Hello friends, welcome back to the part 4 of our typing game. So if you don't watch the part 1, 2 and 3, then you can check my description. I added the video link along with them code. So now in this part 4, we are adding the timer inside our typing game. But there is an problem. You can see here, whenever I open my game, the pointer is not here in this input field, so that takes some amount of time. So for that, here we write text.focus. Now save this. So here you can see, whenever our game is start, the pointer is here by default. Now to start the time counting down, for that I create here new variable, that is time interval. Inside that I write here JavaScript by default set interval method, and here I create another function that is update time, and that will call by default after 1000 milliseconds like this. So remember, this is by default JavaScript method. So after 1000 milliseconds, now you can say 1 second, this function is called automatically. So let's create this function first. Here update time, inside that we have to decrease our time, and after that we want to put here. So for that, remember, we create here time element which take this id is equal to time, that is here. So we have to write here time instead of item. There is a mistake in our part 1. So now save this, and we have to put that time, so we use this id. So after decreasing our time, we have print with this time element dot inner HTML, and after that we also have to print s for seconds like this. So now save this, and let's start the game, and you can see here the time is now starting down. Now here we have to write if statement. If time is equal to 0, then we have to cut this set interval method. So for that we use this by default clear interval method that is provided by JavaScript. And here we have to pass this variable time interval, and if time is equal to 0, then we go inside another function that is game over. So let's create this function here, game over. First, inside that we have to use this end game element. You can see here end game element that is contain this end game container id, that is here, because by default in this div we write nothing. We generated this div by this function whenever our game is over. So we have to write here inner HTML. So whenever our game is over, we print this. So remember, here we have to print item like this, time ran out, and this stuff. And make sure you use this backtick that is above of this tab button and left hand side of this one button. So first here we have to write h1 tag. Inside that, time ran out. After that h1, here we have to print our final score. So your final score is, we have to use this dollar syntax to print our score. And after this p tag, we have to apply a reload button like this. So button on click method. So we can click on that button and we can reload that with this location.reload. Let's write reload here, and you can see this endgame element is don't show because here we write this display none. So we have to write here display flex. So endgame element dot style dot display. So we add a display that is flex. So now save this, open your browser, and the game is start now. And you can see here whenever our time is 0, you can see this pop-up message, time ran out, and your final score. You can also see here reload function is working properly. So write the correct word here, superficial. So if I write, you can see here time is not increasing whenever our word is correct. So for that, we have to go inside this if statement. If our inserted text is equal to random word, after that we have to increase our time like 5 seconds. So whenever our word is correct, we increase our time 5 seconds. You can see here we increase our time 5 seconds. This is our final project. So after this time increase, we also have to call this function that is update time. So after that increasing time, we have to set down our counting with this update time function. So now save this and run our game. Like you can see here, yes, our working properly. So we successfully apply timing functionality inside our game. So now let's take a quick pause here because we completed our part 4. So if you want to continue with our project, then you can check my description. I will add the part 5 video link whenever I will upload the part 5 video. That is the last part of our this project. So stay tuned guys, and if you really like this video, then give me a thumbs up and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and bye bye.